Good morning, Stephen. It's Wednesday, June 29th. Did you know that back in the day, cemeteries used to be one of the only places that you could take the family and have picnics and such? Because before there was a system of parks, they were the only areas of well-kept land that were open to public use. I love coming to cemeteries because they remind me of all the historical events that affect us and shape us and make us who we have become. For instance, this year marks the anniversary of countless historical events. Did you know that 400 years ago, the King James Version of the Bible was translated? And did you know that 50 years ago, John F. Kennedy became the 35th President of the United States? But most remarkably, this year also marks the 150th anniversary of the Confederate attack on Fort Sumter, sparking the American Civil War, literally the bloodiest battle in history.
For a lot of us, the Civil War seems like old history. We don't see it around us today. Do we even notice the things that are around us, though? For example, these GAR markers. The Grand Army of the Republic was a fraternal organization composed of veterans of the Union Army who served in the American Civil War. It was founded in 1866 and dissolved in 1956 when its last member died at the age of 109. Do we even recognize what we gained from what was the loss of literally thousands and thousands of lives? It makes me think how we as a human race take what's given to us for granted. On the other hand, if we dwelt on the dead, wouldn't we be doing life a great disservice? It's comforting to see the simple complexity or the complex simplicity of life. No matter when or where you were born, you entered this world the same way people did thousands of years ago, and I hope thousands of years in the future. Comparably, we all depart this world the same way. Our physical bodies are left to rot away in the earth, when it comes down to it, with only a fancy rock to mark our blip in the history of everything. Eventually our friends and families pass too, and our headstones are the only clues left to the living that we even were. Memories, adventures, knowledge, love is all given back. Morbidly, our cemeteries are a work of art. There are photo albums to the past. Sometimes they're all we have. It makes me think, what do we owe the dead? If anything. Do they deserve more than a headstone and the occasional plaque? Or is that the disservice to life we talked about? Whether we're remembered or not, there's this feeling seated deep inside us all to make the world as perfect as we can for the future generations, even if it means a great loss at first. In the end, if there's nothing left of the human race, except a big fancy rock, the earth, I hope we will be remembered as those who cared so much that we sacrificed what was necessary to save those we loved, just like our soldiers in the Civil War.
This, my friends, is called the end screen. So I have this idea that I would like to use for next Monday's vlog. And if that doesn't work, we can move it to next Friday. But I would like to do a question Monday, where you guys ask me questions about anything. Anything at all. About me, about girls, about giraffes, about my mom. As long as they're appropriate, we can have some fun. So yeah, leave your questions in the comments, and I'll see you guys soon.